Get sturdy as fuck.
This is it.
I should be over all the butterflies, but I'm into you. And baby, even on the worst nights, I'm into you.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to Barstool Breakdown, episode 4, Surviving Barstool Breakdown. How we doing, fellas?
Yeah.
Doing good. Got the episodes back, man. I'm happy.
I was more excited than I think I should have been. I think we said it a little earlier. That was, to me, that was more of a setup for fireworks than it was fireworks themselves.
For sure.
Gilly sending himself out, doesn't make it, but it doesn't make it as fun, obviously, because there's no like drama. It was pretty funny at the end, but like everybody still just didn't believe him. So it was
Kirk still thinks he has it. He still probably thinks he just took it home with him. He probably thinks he got too stoned and took it off with him. Kirk's convinced that he had it. What do you say? I bet like my family's life, my kids' life on this. This guy has it.
Yeah, a lot of lives on it. Put a lot of lives on that.
Billy's out.
Yeah, exactly.
White Sox Dave is out. I'm not 100% sure. I got to rewatch, but I think I had both of those as well. So
I think we were all kind of on the White Sox Dave or Klimmer.
Yeah.
It's almost as if someone's telling me.
I'm gonna give it to Twan. I think Twan. I might as well. Twan might have some intel here.
Yeah, I mean he's got his sources. We know how Twan rolls. Yeah. I will say I agree with Midhat in the chat there saying Gilly is a content machine because like telling everyone all right goodbye like whatever I get it, and then immediately like I got the idol like fucking crazy.
I got a theory that Gilly just ran out of gas and he was just like, yo, I'm ready to get up out of here. So in honor of Gilly, I scrolled one up for him. I usually go out to Benjamin, but R.I.P. Gilly.
Shout out R.I.P. Yeah, we gotta have a segment
Benjamin
of like
Button.
R.I.P. pour some out for the lost soldiers.
Yeah, we should. You should get those Pink Whitney shots. We should just take a shot for everyone.
Guys need to get the Pink Whitney. This is Dog Walker, by the way. Wink.
There you go. Danny Conrad, shout out our episode. If you haven't watched that, go watch the episode with Danny Conrad. He talks about a dog walker on there. Might have been on one or two.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, Twan, you said in the group chat, like it's still a great episode. I still love it, but it was probably not, the best so far. You could talk about Jesus Christ, chill out, dogs. You could talk, they're going crazy. They're like, yeah, this episode was fucking great.
Wait till tomorrow.
I think the challenge, I thoroughly enjoyed the challenge. No puzzle and endurance, both of like physical and mental strength. And of course, Moon dominated. My squad dominated. They went out there, laid it down. I mean, they could have gone 3 weeks, 10 hours. Everyone was like that. They had it down. As soon as Mincy got out of there, they're like, all right, let's start playing now.
It's ridiculous. Moon is the most complete when it comes to athleticism. I think they might have the most professional athletes on their team. I looked at my team, Team Pizza, and we have 0 professional athletes on our team. Once you got rid of Mincy, I mean, it was 100% down.
You got to cut the dead weight.
Like
they said, they could have gone fucking forever.
It
was a fun challenge. I like that. It's a good idea.
You speak about cutting Mincy. I'm going to go all the way back to the beginning of the episode because I wrote some notes down, just like you were saying, Derik, earlier. Because there's like when I'm watching it, I'm just locked in, and then like I feel like I forget everything at the end besides what happened at the end. But like right in the beginning of the episode, Big Cat and Will are talking. They're clearly tight. I feel like those two are super tight. When one of those two stabs someone in the back, it's going to be a big deal. Which remind me later about a conspiracy I have about Big Cat. But yeah, let's get to that later. But he says, Mincy comes in the bathroom and Big Cat and Will are talking. He goes, do I need to leave? It's like, dude, you're on the fucking team with them. Like, do not leave. You need to stay there and hear what they're talking about. Like, he's just crazy. And they're like, no, we're just pissing. We're just pissing. Like, so obviously lying. But just.
Yeah, Will was saying that, like we were just talking about, we can't believe, like, the Jerry thing. It's just 2 guys taking a piss, nothing to see here. Like, fucking. Of course, he believes him, too. I mean, he goes on later. Maybe I'm skipping ahead, but what did he say to Dave? He said, "You're the last person I'd betray in the world." And I think I'm looking at your tweet. I'm looking at your tweet right now, Victor. You sure about that? So yeah.
It just came to my head. I feel bad. That's 2 weeks in a row I put out some anti-Mincy slander, but if it comes to my brain, I gotta just put it out there.
Yeah, I mean, I wrote a blog making him the LVP of last week, which he didn't do. If he does get in Brick Alliance, like Can Mincy stick around for way too long?
Mincy's
Like,
going to
No,
stumble
that's-
to the final. He's going to
not
stumble.
gonna
No
do it.
way, dude. If he's in an
Around.
alliance with Dave, Dave's already an out, dude. They're trying to keep Dave around because they know that they could just like no one's gonna let him win. So,
Right, I know, but
it's like
hear me out. They merge, right? Then you got Dave, Dan, Will, Wit, and then Biz is somewhere in that too. But those are like the big four who know that everyone's coming for them, so they're gonna all vote together and try to pick off the competitors while Mincy still is being dragged along as that sacrificial limb. That's why Nerdy Gallo made that dope ass edit because I think it's gonna go longer now. I keep waiting for him to get eliminated. Obviously, Team Moon won, so it wasn't up to vote, but. I mean, what the hell?
But
Like,
that's the thing, like you said, Sans. Like, that's the only way the big dogs are going to make it far. And they've, again, like their pregame. What are you laughing at?
I can't take you fucking serious right now. That's the way the big dogs are going to make it fun. The dog's falling asleep. You know what I mean?
Listen, leave
I'm
Rico
sorry, go
alone.
ahead.
Rico,
oh my god. You know what I realized? I didn't start the episode right. Can I restart the episode real quick?
For what?
For what?
Ready up? Go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, I swear to God, I'm gonna hear that in my fucking nightmares, dude. I
Ready up?
cannot. I was like, guys, please just do like a fast forward time lapse thing. I couldn't. I wrote it on my notes. The top thing I wrote: "Ready up, go," to make sure I said it, and I forgot.
Why couldn't he just say go?
Why couldn't he say "ready, go"? Just go. He had to say "ready
What
up,
was he
go"
up?
every time. It was
I
crazy.
get ready, go. Ready up. Anyway,
Ready, set.
Ready,
But yeah,
set.
go ahead. I mean,
Oh, just
shit.
the big dogs. They had to play. Like, first of all, again, I say it every week, but Big Cat is absolutely fucking locked in. It's so
Yeah, dude.
dope to see him. Not that he's not fully engaged; he does so much shit. But to see him playing the game, like the mental aspect of the game, is fucking so dope.
He's mad about
I
last
think he
year.
was just, like I said, I think he was just pissed off seeing his friends playing games together. Like he just wants to be playing games with, which is why he's so into it. So that's gonna be sick. And the only way a big dog wins is if all the big dogs roll together.
That's right.
And they're doing that. Everyone's keeping themselves in it. Get off the little weaklings. Get off the fucking Muppets. And
right. So at what point, if you're one of those, middle ancillary people, I guess if you're looking down the line, you got like a Megan Making Money, a movie, Kelly Keegs, like someone who's not a big name. Definitely like feels like going into this they had more of a shot than the big guys. At what point do you flip on them? Do you start to make those alliances? I mean, obviously it seems like the merger's coming. Like Mitzi's being told he made it to the merger. So is it as soon as the merger happens, or do you still ride the coattails that got you there?
Historically, as the resident Survivor historian, it's at the merge where there's enough people where you can play with people's votes and people can help each other. Right now, like we said, everything's too small. No one's going to take a big shot because there's enough big dogs in each group. Once you get to the merge, those middle people can start fucking around. And that's why I think the higher ups are doing a good job selectively picking out the small people. You want people loyal to you like Ria, like Megan Making Money. Scumbags like White Sox Dave, although he's still a lesser being, he's a little rat boy. Like he'll fucking try to do some shit.
Dude, his eyes were
the last
bugging
who
me
I see
today.
doing that is probably Clemmer. So he would be my next one I would want out if I'm a big dog because he's someone who thinks he's got cachet, but he's on the lower end of the totem pole.
Somebody that I noticed in that conversation between Big Cat and Wit early on in the episode was Biz. And I think he's somebody to look out for too, because he kind of sees what's going on between. He sees what's going on between Wit and Big Cat.
Well, we know he's a big dog.
Conversation. I mean,
and Dwayne the Rock Johnson out there. That guy, honestly, that if we didn't know Biz, that guy, like, he was pretty convincing. He's like, dude, you should have seen this guy. He was so muscular. My father's 50 years old. He's getting beat up by a professional athlete.
Spanish.
I want to peel all their fucking skin off.
Did he say Spanish? Oh my
he said
God.
Spanish.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Biz must have felt great, dude. He was like, man, I am tan.
That's some bullshit. That's fucking racism at its finest right there.
You know it. What you expect, Twan? You saw the suspects. You saw the candidate.
Right, Pop?
Well, not Derek. I'm sorry we interrupted your point, but I mean, when Biz comes up, I need a Pink Whitney to take for him because
he just looks like a guy that's kind of catching on to the upper echelon of the bosses. I mean, Lawan, you could kind of see what his scale ass is doing with the ladies on his team. I think their alliance is pretty much there. And I was putting down in my notes that Kirk was on the outs on that team, but the way that Gilly just sold himself, I mean,
Yeah.
so it's hard to say. Oh, look who we got! Look who we
Reed
got!
Jones.
What's up, Reed?
Smooth Frankie transition.
How's
Very
Right on
it
smooth.
time.
going, Phyllis? How's it going? Sorry, I'm out of breath.
No, you're good.
What were you just doing? Ripping your root, you savage?
He was helping save a cat out of the tree for his next
Nah,
one.
I single-handedly moved the couch for the girl neighbors.
See,
Oh hell yeah!
So
So he's trying to get the root ripped. I
you
got
know
it.
what happens after you move a couch for the girl neighbors.
yeah,
So,
they were
come on.
like, oh, we need this couch move. We need this couch move. And
Oh,
then
you
I
just
was like,
moved that shit, dude. You still haven't caught
Yeah.
your breath.
no, because well, here's the thing.
Yeah, you look
So
moist as
my
hell,
housemates,
Yeah.
my housemates were like, we'll help. So we were moving it down the street, and then they were like, my housemates, the three of them were rotating, taking turns, and I was like, you know what?
Oh my
Screw
God.
this. So I just put it over my back, lifted it like the cop from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs when he's running with the grilled cheese boat, and just ran it to the house. I set it down, and I said, you guys can get it in the house. I gotta get back because I got a recording I
Yeah,
gotta do.
no, you
Sprinted back here.
whether or not you can get it in the house, I gotta go do my show.
Yeah,
We know
yeah.
that's what you said.
Whether or not,
Outta
you
here.
know, who would you rather move it in? Either of you guys can move it in. All the theirs, you know, that's what I'm doing.
You missed the beginning. The beginning,
Yeah.
or the overall consensus is that it was like, it's good because it's still surviving, but it's like it feels like it's setting up for something bigger.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah, it
basically
was a lot of
Will's. It was
chalk.
basically Will's monster fart before the thing. It was
Yeah, I know.
excellent,
I
but it was
think that's
also
my third
insane.
note. I
An
think that's my
insane
third note.
ass fart.
Will rip the. Yeah, they had to boost the audio on that thing.
Dude, that had to be
Yeah.
That was like animation or something. What the fuck?
I mean, in
I
my
thought it was
opinion,
Big
just
Cat.
because I joined,
I
I
thought it
think
was too.
this
He
episode,
bent over.
like, I remember us texting, like, this definitely sets up a lot. I think this was the most chalk one where you're trying to fill out your March Madness bracket. You're like, let
Yep.
me go with the 12 seed. Oh, look at their strength of schedule. They got a quadrant 1 win, so on and so forth. I was up here last episode saying, get Portnoy out, get Lawan out, get, Roan out, this and that. The most chalk pick of the whole thing happened, Gilly, and then White Sox Dave was the most chalk pick. And then we couldn't even see who Moon was going to pick because, they won immunity finally. I think Clemmer said it best. You eliminate a puzzle on a team that has Will Compton and Mincy, and they finally win immunity. So,
Yeah, well, it seemed like they were going to vote off Mincy if they were actually going to have to do a vote off. But that also seemed like in my head I kept thinking, are they going to vote out Witt? Are they going to vote out Big Cat? Is it going to be one of those two? Like, is that why they showed him in the beginning? Like, I just was like, what's going on? And then they won it, and I was like, you bastards. So again, shout out to the producers because, I mean, even this episode that you knew Gilly was going home and you knew, White Sox Day was the pick. Like, I didn't get the Francis vote. I wanted to go back and watch it because I think I missed it. I was writing something down. What was the purpose of him writing Francis?
He was trying to negate it if White Sox Dave had an idol, but at the same time, I mean, it's like the math class with variables and different ways that things would have happened. I'm not sure what that would have done. It might have just like one way vote everybody.
I think it would have to do a
If you
revote
have
then,
an
right?
idol-
Because 1-1.
Yeah,
If you have an idol, you can only vote for the people who receive votes. So you need to get someone else a vote out there so they can all revote.
Oh shit!
Otherwise,
I
if
thought it was
everyone
gonna get
Francis-
else votes on
they had a team
everyone
of
else,
6, right?
Francis would go home.
It saves Dave is
Yeah.
what it does because he
then
knows
it
the White
votes out
Sox Dave is
Francis.
going Portnoy. No,
But
it,
it abs-
Tie 1-1,
it
and
makes
they all
it
revote.
revote.
revote on Francis or Dave.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
Dave.
Right, but I'm saying if they're saying
Which
it's saving
one?
Dave, then
Right.
you're getting Francis out, right? Because I mean, if I'm Francis and I realize that my name was written down by Clemmer now, I'm like, what the fuck?
No,
Because
they
That's
told him. They told him.
Yeah.
how did I miss that? That's what I was saying.
Well, no, I don't know because Dave and Clemmer knew. Did they tell Francis? Because Francis still looked
I didn't-
confused.
Yeah, I didn't think Francis.
They
Yeah,
didn't tell
Francis-
Francis about him getting voted. No, he didn't know that. Clement just kind of did that when they got in there. I think after
Yeah.
Rico said, yo, what's in his pocket, whatever. That might have prompted Clement to go.
No. I'd be surprised if he didn't know. That's just an easy.
He looked so
tactic move that
surprised.
You have to do.
You go back and look at his face. Looked like, yo, what the hell? That came from. It looked like he was shocked to the point that he didn't even play his idol beforehand. Because aren't you supposed to? I don't know.
You
Sometimes
play
I
it. You
miss-
play it before they read the votes.
Right.
So like you go back and everybody
Right.
writes their vote, and then Jeff says, before we read the votes, if anyone has a hidden immunity idol, now is the time to play it for yourself or for someone else. So like in Clemmer's mind, he's too skeptic and stuff of saying like if White Sox Dave really does have one, he thinks that he has that 4-person alliance of him, Rico, Dave, and Ria. So let's say everyone else voted White Sox Dave and White Sox Dave plays an idol, then it splits the vote of Clemmer writing Francis and whoever White Sox Dave wrote. And then it goes back to a revote where you can only vote those 2 people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. See, if I'm in that case, if I'm Francis, I'm still like, what the fuck, Clemmer? Because I feel like they couldn't have told him because he wouldn't have been like, yeah, sure, write my name down because then they're going to have to vote off Dave unless they decided on that, which I couldn't have missed that. So I don't know. That's crazy. But all I will say, when you came in here, Reed, I'm pretty sure Twan was asking you if you were baked. How about Biz in the confessional talking about Big Cat? I've never seen someone as high as that on a camera in my life. His eyes were like this, and he was like, "Yeah, Big Cat's trying to take out the big fish."
Yeah, he just hit
this
the
dude was
just hit the
this
Gilly
dude was
gas.
way higher than Gilly, dude. This is what I'm saying. Gilly is a pro at that shit. I don't know what I know that Biz has dabbled for sure, but he was. Dude's eyes were not open at all. The
didn't
part
notice
that
that.
was open was super red. You got to go back. I think
Yeah,
right
he
when
was-
we started the show, they tweeted it on Viva because he was talking about Big Cat trying to take down the big fish and whatever, like not being trustworthy. Dude, he was absolutely smoked out, dude. It was hilarious.
Yeah, him and
Well, and,
this
like,
guy.
The biggest thing, like what Biz brought up, was a great point. Like everybody, like all the big fish feel like they have a target, and it just aligns back to my point last week, where I don't understand why Team Pizza is letting Dave Portnoy get to a jury, and especially Clemmer, because as soon, 2 episodes ago we predicted the merge was going to happen. Last episode we predicted the merge was going to happen. I'm done predicting merges, by the way. So, but at the end of the day,
I'm gonna take
like
next episode.
Yeah.
Next episode.
episode.
merging.
Yeah, Twan.
Hey, Mason Unders in the chat. I know Survivor more than anyone. Fuckface.
Mason Hunters is my
That is
guy.
true.
Too.
Yeah, but why did he say the
he called
revote
us
would be
all
White
idiots.
Sox Dave if it couldn't have been? That's what I didn't understand either.
No, none of us get it, I guess. But he did bring up some, jury management being in play, which you were just.
Yeah, that's why Gilly left. Gilly didn't want to play the game. He's like, if I get voted out later and I got to stay here still, he's
Yeah,
like, get me the fuck
I
home.
like no smoke.
Yeah, book my flight.
flights. Classic.
I'm out of here.
There's
I thought
no
that was a
shot.
joke.
There's
I thought he was
shot that
fucking
he's going
around.
to that fucking hotel.
Yeah, no, that's
Oh,
what I'm
no.
saying. He was ready to leave
Is the
right
hotel
away.
for even the people pre-merge? They didn't really specify. I assume it was for everyone, but it could
Well,
be. just
Jerry
people
got in
who
his
pre-merge.
car. He was definitely just going home because he lives there, I assume. But
Yeah.
He was out of there.
So
And
it
what
could
was-
be just the jury.
It was so funny with Jay. They was like, yo, he's so pissed off. I don't want to see him when he comes out. And literally the entire Stool Survivor cast is out there when he's walking out with like 3 duffel bags and shit. That was hilarious.
yeah, the girls were scared as hell, and then he's like, he basically had to move them out of the way to
Yeah.
get by. It was like, oh shit.
Also, we
I'm
did
always
see
tight.
Gilly throw a torch. We did see
Yeah,
Gilly
I was
throw a
going to
torch.
mention
broke
that. We
that
do have
shit.
2 now.
broke
We're at
it.
I
2.
mean,
Yeah.
2. So, but I like with the big fish, like exactly, like I don't understand why they're letting Dave Portnoy go to a jury. Clemmer, of all people, Clemmer specifically, with the beef and everything that he goes back and forth with Dave, like, I'm a grown man, you can't talk to me that way, this and that. As soon as they get to the merge, and whenever that may be, and so on and so forth, like Clemmer's one of the next guys out. So, because like Dave's a big fish, and he has the
That's
closest. Him and Big Cat have the closest relationships with all the other big fish. You're not saying that they're like, here's like Clemmer, you're still around. See ya.
But Reed, here's
like
the thing. Here's the thing with Clemmer. Clemmer is probably banking. This is what I would be thinking. He's probably banking it on 2 levels. One, you don't want to rock the boat too much to get voted out by the big fish. So if it's not you, praise God. And 2, he'd rather get. It's easier for him to rally votes against big fish later than it is to keep White Sox Dave when White Sox Dave is on his same level.
Yep.
So it's
No, I
easier for him to
definitely-
pull the
I definitely
minions
get that.
together versus big dogs than against themselves. That's what
This
And
is where-
I think Clemmer being a Survivor fan, has faith in like his puzzle skills, prides himself as an intellectual, blah blah blah.
Yeah, so this is where it gets confusing with Clemmer. Is Clemmer also believes that he's in the upper echelon? Like he believes
He's
that.
running the game, Sans.
He's the host of Rat Race.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of run the game,
he thinks it's going through him. It's like he's playing it perfect, which I don't believe at all. But
No.
he seems to be like Delulu.
Pawn to
over in
E5,
Surviving.
Clemmer.
Yeah.
Get moving. Pawn to
Yeah.
E5.
one of my notes right here. How about that? We keep talking about it every week. Dave now said, it's not me. It's not me. Ria runs this alliance.
He's got to start that. Yep.
Dude, and that is a huge play because, Twan, we were talking about this before. Ria's been running it, and Dave's been the face. If Dave starts making that play, like, hey, Ria, she's the one that picks the people, and she's been making the votes, and da-da-da-da. Like, that's a big play because
I don't know if people are
I
going to
don't think
believe
it's
it,
going to
but
work.
that's
Yeah,
what he's
I
gotta
don't think
do.
it's going to work, but that's a good play because when
And
he
for
said that,
her-
I was like, oh, shit, I got to write that down because she runs the alliance now.
For
It goes
her,
through
another
her.
great episode for her. Just
Yeah.
follow it.
Yeah.
Mama Jones had a good take about Ria and Dave. I will
Did you
say.
catch the production little trying to be cute edit there when they were voting?
Yes,
Ria's,
so
com-
her take on
Ria's
Dave.
comment, Dave trusted me too much. You know, they're already laying
Yeah.
that, they're throwing that
Yeah.
shit out there already.
Yeah, they
It's
did a
like,
good
okay,
job.
hold on. Could it be Portnoy?
Yep.
Yeah.
Good
Well,
job.
like
They
Mama
did it.
Jones texted me and she said if Dave is Peter Pan, Ria is
Right.
Tinkerbell. Without Tinkerbell, Peter Pan can't fly.
Is that real?
From
Yeah, I don't
Mama
know
Jones.
enough lore of Peter Pan, but that
Yeah, I'm
sounds
on
great.
gonna
the
say-
Peter Pan game.
I'm
Only thing I
gonna
know
just
about Peter
side with
Pan is
Needs
Mama
the
peanut
pixie
Jones.
dust. Needs
The
the pixie
peanut butter,
dust.
right?
peanut butter. Shout out.
Yeah.
Robin
Derek,
Hood?
your people. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, that's a good analogy, though. I believe it. Ria, I got in my notes too here. Ria W episode. So Frankie, we're on the same
Always.
court.
Yeah.
I thought it was her episode again. I mean, imagine her finding the idol after that key. I mean, Rico.
Bro, I thought she
He's
was
not
going to get
getting
it.
this-
I thought for sure she was going to get it.
He's not getting the sleep. He just missed it. You know, it's unfortunate because if he had it, you know, the game is really going to turn up. But if she would have got it, it would have been interesting to see what would have happened. I think she tells Dave if she gets the idol. She told Dave if she wasn't going to lose the vote, though, which I thought was an interesting strategy on her part. I didn't really understand it at the time. I still don't kind of understand it, but
No, I think she was saying that if she lost the vote, she wasn't going to tell him just because she wasn't going to tell anybody or something. Which, first of all, when she went to go to the box, she had the piece of paper. I thought that was already. She's like, just like everybody else, my paper said, and I thought it was going to be you lost your vote because that's what everyone was getting. And then it was just like, open up one of these boxes. She was one of the first people to get nothing, right?
right.
She is the first.
She's the first
Yeah.
to nothing. Yep.
Yeah.
So everyone else lose a vote besides Francis got the idol, right? I mean,
You know what else? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what else we're seeing here too early on with such a big cast? I think everybody, if someone can correct me, I feel like everybody has been voted out, has been like through their own making. Jerry overplayed
his
and it was
time,
an
yeah.
easy target.
Yep. Gilly
unfortunately.
1 to 2.
White Sox Dave was you turned against a mob boss. It's like you shouldn't have been fucking mouthing off like that, trying to
Should've laid
conspire.
low.
against the game.
Yeah.
Gilly basically surrendered in his antics. Like you got to know you're gonna piss people off. We're getting down to the fucking nitty gritty here, when
Well,
there's
mentally-
really gonna be no people who are quote easy targets or no people who have done something so obvious to get them out. So it should be fucking interesting.
I think the
Let me-
next moon vote is where everything's going to turn up because honestly,
Yes.
Mincy's the easy play, but is it going to be that? Is it just going to go chalk, keep going chalk? I don't think so, honestly.
Yeah,
So
So
the boys turn on Megan like that?
Let
I
me
don't
ask-
think it's
Even
gonna
if
be Megan.
even
I don't
if
think it's gonna
Mincy
be
No,
is
they're
the
not
next
gonna turn on
one,
Megan.
yeah, exactly. It's
No, they
if
wouldn't turn on
Mincy's
Megan.
the next one out, it comes down
It's Whit or
to
Will?
is it Big Cat Will and Megan or Big Cat Will and Wit?
I
right.
think it's
Yeah.
all four of them.
So here's the crazy
Megan's
part.
making the move.
Well, I'm just gonna have to throw this out here now because we're in this spot. This is a perfect spot to put it. You notice how Big Cat is like super pissed off at Mincy about, obviously Mincy's been a dick lately, not going to the stream and not doing Kate's stream, so he has very much reason to be. But maybe, just maybe, Mincy turns on Big Cat and gets him out of here. I'm like thinking to myself, could this possibly be they get that far and something happens?
No,
But in
man.
my
His
head,
team is-
I think Wit's the next one to go because that's the easy target of those. But Big Cat does seem to want to keep those guys around, which makes sense for his game, honestly. So
It
You
might
saw
be a
the
miracle
scheming
for
he was
Trill.
doing. He wasn't scheming. He was. Megan told on him right away. Mincy doesn't have.
Oh, I don't
Yeah,
think. I just think they're going to carry him along. I don't think
Yeah.
anything about that. I just think they're going to carry him along, and then at some point he might say something like, "Oh yeah, Big Cat might say we're voting for Wit, so vote for Wit," and he's like, "Okay," and then he votes for Big Cat instead or
Yeah, but
something.
Frankie, that
That's all I'm saying.
requires
He's
mental.
not doing
That
anything.
requires mental acumen and social
No, that's
skills.
that's
which
just
he
him
does not.
listening though. He just has to listen and do whatever they say.
Frankie,
That's all.
Frankie, he doesn't do that though. That's the thing.
Yeah, he's a wild card. This card is. But I had a random question here. Like, we seen one person find like an idol in this situation, right, from the key. At any point, do you sell your key like in a spot? Like, yo, I got the key. I got the key here for the next couple votes. You don't say my name or whatever, and I'll give you the key. Or do you not even take that?
I like that, Derik.
Yeah, that's a play.
Because at this point, you see, you got a 1 out of 3 chance. Those are great chances. We all gamble here. We know what it is. But at the same time, if you can flip it, I mean, I don't know.
But then you're just taking someone at their word, anyways. Though, like I don't
Reed,
know.
is that your hand up here?
Yes.
Reed,
I didn't want to interrupt, but talking about Mincy, did anyone else notice when he was telling Dave, like, I wouldn't betray anyone other than you?
One of my notes.
Right in front of Francis. Did anyone else notice that his voice kind of wavered as if he was getting a little teary-eyed? Or is that just me?
He'd do anything for Dave.
Yeah, it definitely
Yeah,
seemed like that. It seemed like he thought he was getting in.
Do you think also one reason Big Cat could be mad
No, that's exactly it.
Mincy somehow Forrest Gumped his way. Excuse me. It's Forrest Gumped his way into the final 3, and they're like, dude, you have a 1 in 3 chance of winning $250,000, and who knows, you might not even be an employee by that finale. Now, obviously, do we all think Mincy's going to make the final 3? No, because if Mincy does make the final 3 and wins it all, I'm basically richer than Mincy with his free bet. But just something to like toss out of like a possible very, very small hypothetical.
if he wins, I will pay you $350,000. I will sell my house. I will sell my ass. I will sell anything I have to sell to make sure you get it. He's not winning. 0% chance.
How bitter can this jury get, though? I mean, they vote, right? They're the ones that make the choices once it gets down to a certain point. They could say, like, I hate everybody's guts, and Mincy.
And as we know, they don't like him.
Well, I mean, you know how Barstool gets.
No, yeah, they would do some funny shit maybe, but that's no.
The funniest possible scenario is they all vote him to win. He gets $250,000, and they say, "Cool, you're no longer a Barstool employee. You've got a ton of money."
Mason's doubling it. So $700,000 to Reed if Mincy wins.
Mason, they're cool now.
Yeah, selling asses, selling houses.
Hey, I might need to start. I might need to start texting Jersey Jerry, Big Cat, like, you want $100,000? You want $100,000? So,
I got something here. And
Go ahead, pal.
I've been waiting and sitting on it because I was waiting for someone else to bring it up.
Sit on it.
Derik, you're not even talking about White Sox Dave being a scout.
Well, I know I was going to get to the monologue. I mean, it was a disgusting monologue, and it was a cowardly monologue. Let me put my J out real quick, because you know what? He didn't have the balls to say that when he got eliminated and everybody was sitting right there. He had an opportunity to do it. He was quiet as a mouse. He went out sad. You saw his gut all hanging out. I mean, it was Dave. White Sox Dave, the S is for Scal. He's on the list too. But you know, people say things when they're hurt. I don't know if White Sox Dave is really a skill, but that was disgusting. That was really disgusting what he said about Rico, because he wasn't the only one that voted him out.
It shows he really are.
Yeah.
He saved him for last and then just went forever.
Yeah, he went hard.
Shit.
He definitely went hard.
I think it was words like psychotic, crazy.
Yeah, insane asylum was in there.
Insane asylum.
Everyone else deserves it over him. That was some serious slander.
But you know what? You know what's even funnier? Because I told Frankie earlier, I took notes, and I'm gonna start doing this. Rico quotes of the episode, and it actually was concerning White Sox Dave's dumbass. Dave was talking to Rico, and he was like, hey, Rico, why does White Sox Dave look like that? He's been looking at me with these crazy bug eyes. And Rico simply goes, because he's an idiot. And that monologue that he gave at the end was from an idiot. So sometimes you just got to ignore idiots.
Yeah. Rico, I had him as the agent of chaos this week. He scared Dave at the fucking vote.
Yeah.
What if he's got an idol? It's like, what are you doing? Why would you bring that up right now? We're about to go vote. He's nuts.
By the way, you said sit on it. I think Twan, you said that. One of my notes on here. Do you guys know who Captain Ferdinand is? Cody, the guy that does behind the scenes for like mostly sports and stuff like that. I can't unsee it that Mubi and him like look similar. I can't unsee it. So I'm sorry for all of you that are watching this, but you're gonna go look at these two together. And
thanks, Frankie.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, and I love Cody. He's my dog. I hung out with him in Chicago, but I was like, whoa, this is weirding me out now. So anyway, to completely change that so that we don't have to talk about that at all. In the challenge, I wrote down here, Roan, who again, my guy, love Roan, best teammate of all time. Like he just always does stuff to fuck with the games. And as soon as Kirk went down, he was like, stay down. And is the ankle rubbing his ankle. And after all of it though, Kirk gets up, he's like, yeah, no, I just broke my pole. It's like, come on, Kirk, fucking go along with it, dude. Like, he just sold his ass out right away.
You know,
Kirk was body shot. He thought he broke his leg too.
Fucking Lawan, there's one shot of Lawan when they're in the 3-person triangle. He takes a half a step and he's there.
Yeah.
It was
ridiculous.
The fucking pole.
He just didn't look.
6'6". You could just grab all three at the same time.
That's part of that.
Kidding me?
Yeah, I didn't.
Out there, fucking hustle, sprinting.
I didn't say this. It was 100% somebody in the chat. It was funny. Somebody just said that was a CTE slip up right there, Twan, that we saw. I didn't say it.
I saw someone in the live chat of the show being like, "Is that a false start on the one again?"
Again, yeah, holding. He's always getting called for holding.
And Roan also brought out another White Sox Dave excuse. You know, Dave dropped it, and he's like, "Oh, Roan was yelling, 'Good job, Dave!' Like it threw me off."
He totally canceled out the sounds. I couldn't hear it.
Canceled out the sound. That was what he said too. It was like
it probably slipped through his hands with his sweaty ass. Man, did you see how he was sweating through that challenge? Oh my god,
dude! And he left that shit on, dude. Like for way too long. It felt like he just had the sweat like around like the rib cage. It was nuts.
He probably had ass sweat too. No dude wipes.
Oh, absolutely. What was that deal, by the way? Were they just giving dude wipes a shout out when they just like followed Dave to get the dude wipes and then just go in the bathroom and then come out? Like, was that just a sponsor thing? Because that was just so fucking random. It made no sense at all.
It was
the
like
natural Reebok plug was great by Compton.
Yeah.
They've been killing those things.
The Vaxo 4s or something like that. You know, the Maxo V4s or whatever. And it's just like, okay, Compton. As he's sitting there smiling with his big ass veneers.
Yeah, Dave's thing seemed like they were just trying to point out that he wasn't really looking for the idol, and then they shoot to White Sox Dave's big eyes in the gambling cave, like searching all around the fucking room, telling Dave to scoot over so he could check under his ass cheek. Like, yeah, it's I don't know. I'm looking at this list trying to think of like more to say about the episode again. I keep coming back to it's like, man, it's really just setting up for the next one.
Yeah,
like Reed said, we saw all the 12 seeds getting knocked out today.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, sometimes it goes chalk.
Yeah, I mean there was only like little things that I wrote down that I thought were funny and things like actually one of the things that actually pertains to the game too is when Ria found her idol. I should have mentioned this before. She got nothing, and Megan making money mentioned to Dave, which is another note I wrote, which is a weird thing. She tried to make friends with Dave, and then Dave was like, "What the fuck was that about?" So
she was being weird though.
Tough for my girl. I'm just saying, that's my best friend, dude. It's tough. I'm just saying.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but Ria did not tell anyone she had the key. She only would have told them if she got to lose them.
She told Dave.
She said I got the key, whatever, but then she said I'm not going to tell you if I lose a vote or whatever. But the point I was trying to make is the fact that Megan thinks there are no like idols, and now Ria and Dave are so close. Like Dave could end up mentioning that to Ria, like, "Hey, what did you get?" And she got nothing, whatever. She might say, "I got nothing," and he might, I opened the box up, it had nothing. And he might go, "Well, Megan said she doesn't think there are any idols." You know what I mean? So then they stop looking for him. Like that could come into play too. And I mean, I'm obviously just trying to, grab at straws here.
They all seem, like we said in the beginning, the first couple episodes, everyone seemed so like, oh, what did he say? It was such a weird. He didn't say anything that weird. He just said about Chance. Like ever since his like speech about idols, everyone's been acting so weird about them, and it's been exactly normal. Every piece of information
that's the funniest
has been
part.
consistent and very fucking typical.
What was the
I don't know
typical
why.
Jeff
There's been
thing?
one.
It's Jeff's
There's
wording.
been one person finding it every episode, including last episode. It was like 4 people found the key.
The issue with Megan playing games with Dave like that is she was like trying to obviously, earn some favor from him, like, when they do make the merge. But also there was nothing to be played there. She was telling him not to go look for an idol. It's like, no, don't go look. It's not worth it. Like,
She was trying to an olive branch, and she just didn't have.
It was just a bad branch. It was a weak branch to stand on this. Yeah.
It was bizarre. I hope they work together. I like both of them. I want them both to go far. But
and she crushed the challenge, like we said already. Moon crushed the challenge. Megan Make Money was all over it.
Absolute athlete.
That team needs a puzzle
Team was
challenge.
nuts. Wagon.
What, Frankie? Pause, dog.
I said that was a wagon of a team.
Ooh,
The Moon, they were absolute wagon today. It was crazy.
That always in that gutter.
Okay.
I just didn't know what you were talking about.
I wasn't talking about when Megan was doing her Tommy John ad, but that's what you were thinking about, obviously.
I was scrolling on my phone. I was looking for stuff.
Yeah. She said game used bra, and Twan was like, "What?" Like,
Twan was looking on the what was that app?
eBay.
What was that app that they used to sell shit on? Where
That's
Cliff bought the
fucked up.
titty picture.
That's fucked up. Dude. No, nothing but respect.
Some auction website.
Yeah, the auction one.
Always respect.
Besides the one note, did your mom have anything else, Reed?
Let me pull up my phone. As she texted me.
Here, while you get that going, I got a funny quote that I
Okay.
wrote down here. Oh, go ahead, Reed. You got it. Sorry. I
She
didn't realize it was
said.
gonna be
She
quick.
said. Really don't trust Will, but also I think Big Cat could be playing him. All of this is like who's on first. Did Will really just fart? Ooh, so happy for Big Cat. Heart eyes. She's in love with Big Cat.
Me too.
Still don't like Ria at all. What has she done? What has she done except plot? I do have to at least acknowledge that she's plotting really well.
That's the game.
So Gilly is growing on me. Is he really that all caps high? And then she said, told you Ria will turn on Dave, ... bitch. And then she said, oh, then she said, oh, it's White Sox Dave. I retract my previous statement.
Mama Jones.
And then she said, good episode. She said, saw it. She was like, yeah. And I was like, oh my gosh, it was White Sox Dave. And she said, yep. Like I said, saw at the end. But when she said Dave, she said, I thought she meant Dave P. Knew she couldn't have trusted him. And she said, also, Portnoy not Portnoy, White Sox Dave. Getting all the Daves mixed up. She said, good for White Sox Dave leaving. He was a whiny ass.
Yo, shout out to Mama Jones, man. I'm a fan of Mama Jones.
Mama Jones.
Mama Jones.
I love
Mama
her
Jones
updates.
has a 75% chance of making an appearance tomorrow.
I like those numbers.
This is Jones and he.
I think
Now I need to-
we'll set up a-
I need to figure out if we could even do 6 or what we could do, how we do that.
No,
you
she
can
can
do it- you
just
can do
hop
up
on.
to 10.
No, she can hop on with me. MJM, Mama Jones minute. She just comes in, says her points, and dips.
We're gonna have to save it for a fucking wild epi.
Yeah,
I mean,
gotta
this
wait.
next
Which I think
this
they're
one's
coming.
gotta
I will
be-
say-
Huh.
As soon as Big Cat is eliminated, I'm calling her and being like, StreamYard in, Zoom in, whatever it takes. Have you do it on your phone, your
Oh, she's
Amazon
for sure
Alexa
coming.
or whatever.
We're
She's gonna be
clipping this and
so
putting it
good.
out on
Big Cat
Breakdown.
If
I
Big
mean,
Cat
like,
comes
she
up,
like-
he's
Big Cat-
inconsolable.
Portnoy and Biz. As soon as one of those 3 are eliminated, she's hopping on.
Oh, man. Well, might be this week.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to say it right now about Biz. I like the game my dude's playing. At first, he was just doing like the kind of, I don't know, I'm just here and I'm not the guy to vote for, whatever. And now he's kind of creeping up on
He's
Whitney
creeping.
and Big Cat.
Yep.
He was like, oh, I hear something. Again, you got to watch that clip when he was just absolutely fried, dude. It was just crazy.
Oh my
It-
gosh.
Once you realize it, you just can't unrealize it. And you're just dying because he's laughing the whole time, too. And you're like, he's not even saying anything funny. He's just laughing at himself saying Big Cat. Like, it was just, it was insane. But
You know what
I
I
will
love?
say, I like that he's playing more.
You know what I love? What were you guys talking about? Moon Tribe shit.
Or when Mincy walks in the bathroom and Big Cat's like, "No, Will was just pissing. I was just
Back in
thinking
there.
we're good, Mincy."
Yeah, great. I mean, they had their great moments. You're always gonna get those out of this episode, but man, I like it left me just all right. Now let's get to it. It felt like a warm up. It felt like I was still running around with my windbreaker on, like getting loose, ready for the action, and then I never got a chance to get in the game. Like,
I wanted to take out the click remote and fast forward to 8 p.m. tomorrow because it's like I need this is why I like Netflix because I don't like fucking waiting for shows. And when Netflix started making me wait for shows, I didn't watch those shows because I can't wait another week to watch a show, let alone a day. I'm like, fuck, let's get it.
I got a Christmas holiday work party tomorrow, so your boy might be a little nicey.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, love that.
feeling nicey. Hell yeah.
Got me feeling nicey.
All right, let me say this
shout
quote.
out all the John Gruden content. We love it. Keep pushing it.
I'm fucking kind of bored of it, right, Joe Sauce? Shout out. What the fuck was that?
We can't do this here.
What does that even
can't-
mean?
We can't do this. What the fuck was that?
This is not the community for that.
Frankie, what was your big cat conspiracy that you had? You said you had one earlier.
No, that was the one with Dave. Dave being so mad at Mincy about everything because usually Big Cat being so mad at Mincy about everything lately. Which again, he has every right to be, but it seemed like Mincy just gets away with fucking everything. So it's like, you know what I mean? So it just seemed like maybe Mincy turns on Big Cat at some point. Maybe that happens down the line. Like that was the only thing that I kind of was thinking could be a thing because if you remember last year it was super obvious with Dave and Jerry. Like if you look back at the episodes of Dave Portnoy's show and like during that time, like him and Jerry, like or even advisors maybe or whatever, they were just at each other's throats nonstop, you know. So, but let me read this quote real quick because I wrote it down and I'm gonna forget to say it, and it's fucking hilarious because it's White Sox Dave, and we're not gonna have any more White Sox Dave quotes, which are my favorite things. Which if you didn't watch again the Danny Conrad episode, I played a game called White Sox or White Sox Dave, and it was quotes that were from a White Sox player or White Sox Dave, and it's almost too obvious, but this one it's napping is for pussies and the mentally weak, he says to Francis. And then Francis goes, I love naps. And then right after that, within 13 seconds, not even, he goes, yeah, napping rocks.
Yeah.
Or fucking rules. Or it was like, dude, you change your tune to whoever you're talking to.
He's
like
one of those
that.
people who just you ever meet those people who just talk just to say words?
Yes,
they don't believe in nothing they say is they don't even know what they're just talking just to hear themselves talk.
Yeah, he was just trying to have conversation. There was nothing to be talked about, but he just had to. He's like, you know what? I have a stance. Naps are for pussies. It's like, what? No one.
Like, dude, and Francis looked so beat at that time. Yo, shout out to Francis, because me, if I was that tired, I would have just looked him right in the face and just be like, Dave, shut the fuck up, please. Like, please.
And he was sweating like a motherfucker too, right up on him too.
That was when I was like,
oh man.
He was in his personal space. He like threw his arm around him and everything. I was like, dude,
that's what I'm saying.
Yo, I hope
didn't shower. Like,
yeah,
please.
I hope these motherfuckers are showering.
He did not shower.
He didn't for sure. He was in the sweatshirt.
Hey, showering,
the sweaty shirt.
They're only showering in the morning because, like, as we saw, like Jeff even mentioned it at one point. Oh, the last tribal was like 3 hours ago.
Yeah.
So they literally went from voting Jerry off to going back and talking about Jerry getting voted off to looking for idols to the challenge to the very next immunity, like, you know, voting
that's whatever. But I mean, like, you have to shower in the morning and at night. You can't.
White Sox Dave is on that Jake Malice.
No Malisex shit.
That's crazy.
Whoa.
At least Wallow took a shower. He knew what was coming. He was like, I'm in the showers.
Yeah.
Fresh that plane ride home.
Yep.
So we got to do, I guess, because I mean, this one's obviously going to be a lot shorter than the other episodes, but we got to do still, in my opinion, who do we like? You know, obviously, like my picks were Robbie, Biz. You know, I shouldn't have picked Robbie, but who I would have picked beforehand was Robbie, Biz. Shit, was it Keegs?
You said moves.
Remember?
No, I did not say moves. I definitely did not say moves. I'm sorry, but I definitely did not.
If I'm going one from each team, Keegs, Francis, Megan.
I like Francis now. That's a good one. I would have, if I was going to replace, I would say Francis. I like Biz still. And I'm not gonna lie, like I said, I like to keep a chick in there, and I think Kelly's the one playing the easiest game right now because you haven't seen as much of her.
She's in a
But
power position.
I do, and I say this respectfully, but I do like the game that Taylor Lewan's playing right now too.
Oh,
Or Taylor Scalon or whatever. you call him.
Started
Frankie and L for that. No, Frankie, you don't like it.
I said
Come on.
respectfully, dude. I can't.
Frankie, you just sent me off topic. We're talking about about who we think are going to win and whatnot. I really hope if there's a scenario where there are some fucking heavy hitters in with someone who's fucking poor, I really, really hope that they don't play bullshit like at the end, like Big Cat just, like I don't think I should win, like give it to the other person. That would be such a fucking weak way to
I don't
end
think
it.
Dave will allow it. Dave won't allow it. I don't
Big
think he
Cat
will.
wouldn't even do that.
No.
If Big Cat
Cat
can
would
win,
do
he
it.
should be cutthroat and try to fucking win. I want
Yeah,
Dave
everyone
was on
to
record.
fucking win.
I'm with you. I'm with you for sure.
Dave's on
That's the
record
only
that
thing.
there will be no giving away money. There will
No, not giving away.
be
Like if it, like let's say it's Big Cat with fucking Dave and someone else who's poor. Like
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna give the money away, but
If
I don't
Big
want
Cat-
that in
if
the
Big
final
Cat goes to the
tribal
final
council
three,
to say don't vote for me, vote for the
What
poor
you're
person.
missing is the jury element, though. Like having the jury decide. The jury doesn't give a fuck about any of that. Like these are all some of the most spiteful people ever, so they're going to be going towards like whoever got them, did them wrong. Like there will be some level-headedness, realizing they just played the game. But we're about to see like the jury take place. Also, my pick for in the DraftKings pool is still out there. I have Clemmer as first in the jury.
So none of these guys tonight are on the jury.
No, it
Right.
sounds like it's going to start next episode.
Okay.
Yeah, no, these were they said the last episode that the next two are to the jury. But like for Big Cat, like to your point, Twan, if he's in the final three, there's no way he's not saying that because he's gonna go up there and do what Big Cat does, and he's gonna say, I was the first one voted out last year, and now I'm here in the final three. You guys are all on the jury. So like the people that I like, I'm gonna go with like. And I've been thinking it since Thursday of like I really do think it's going to be a big name, a woman, and like a regular Barstool employee. So for that, I've got to go Big Cat Francis, and I've got to stick by my pick from the beginning. I've got to still go with Mubi until she gets eliminated. Like to the same point of like, Frankie, you said like Keegs hasn't really done much, ruffled any feathers. Mubi has done the same. But also, Mubi doesn't have a prior reputation coming in, so it's much easier for her to try to build an alliance, gain trust, as opposed to Keegs.
Listen, I think all of us agree Big Cat would be the guy. Twan, obviously huge Yak fans. You and I, we love Big Cat. We know he would be the nice guy to say, okay, let's give them the money. I'm too rich, whatever. But love it.
Hell
love
yeah,
it.
it's fun.
But what I will say right now is Travis Hunter can still win the Heisman, and he's still having a bad football season. So this motherfucker is going to want that 250 if he's in that spot. So let's just, I think we're good.
I
think we're good with that.
Just give it to this person as long as he's trying to fight.
I really,
Even if he
I
doesn't
couldn't
get
imagine.
it, as long as he's trying to fight, I'm happy.
No, he's
Yeah, I
in
mean,
it.
I don't
it would be
think he
crazy
would.
too with Will winning it last year. I feel like that's the new thing is like people are going to be like, let's not let a rich person win it. But again, by the end of the show, it's like
Should be the
people
best
hate-
person who plays the best
But
game.
Right, exactly.
even if
People
Big
hate
Cat
each
says
other,
that,
though.
the jury could still vote Big. Like if Big Cat makes it to the final three and he does go on a soliloquy and say like, "Don't vote for me, don't vote for me," the jury is still the deciding factor. They can still
No,
vote.
Right.
for
Reed, I
Big
know,
Yeah.
but I want to see the fucking fight from
Oh,
my
yeah,
boy.
right,
I want to see
right.
the
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
fight.
Yeah, I think he will. I think he's going to say
But
Travis
balls
Hunter.
out.
If Travis Hunter wins the Heisman, I still won't make my money back. That'll
Yeah.
be one of his big. He's gonna. I mean, he says that shit on PMT way too much for me to ever forget it. So
No, for sure.
Yeah, my people are the same. I think everyone who I liked was still in on a good spot. Ria, Megan making money. I forget who else I had in the beginning, but I think they're all still in a good spot. Francis, I've been a
Solid,
fan
too.
of.
Yeah, I mean, Biz can be thrown out there. There's a lot of players that still seem like they got their solid footing
That's what I like.
in this game right now.
Oh, that was one other thing that I did put. Derek, you were saying about my little conspiracies. I think when we start seeing more of Mubi and Kelly is when we start seeing one of them go, which that's what Dave was mentioning about the editing and stuff like that. So I wonder if, since the editing's already done, if that's going to be a done deal or if they'll change something, whatever. But like, we haven't seen shit from them really besides the puzzle stuff and whatever, which
The
is like,
last episode they were involved.
Been saying that since
yeah,
episode
but I'm
one.
saying,
Movie had a good challenge this game.
yeah, but that's
And
what I'm
there
saying.
was
There's never
24
been like
fucking
a,
people.
drama thing
Yeah.
with them. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
That
So I
team's
feel
not
like
losing challenges. They got to
Yeah.
lose.
Been saying
That's
that
what I'm
since
saying.
episode 1. It's either they're one of the first ones out or they're make a late run breakout star. That's the way it always goes in real Survivor. But
well,
I
that's the
also
best
think
part. But I'm just saying with this show, like last year, I thought Jerry won. I was like, Jerry played the best
Yeah.
game. I was
Yeah,
like, he
I
played the
thought
best
Jerry
game,
won.
no doubt. But then, dude, someone from Survivor, like a fan of Survivor, said to me, they were like, no, he didn't. He stabbed too many people in the back that they will never vote for him, that they don't like him and whatever. And I was like, fuck. When I'm thinking to myself, like, he did the best. He was the best liar and whatever. But
Yeah.
then you think about it, I guess maybe Will did play the best game. He was a
yeah,
friend
Will
and he
also
still
won
got to
2
the end.
immunity
And
challenges.
right. He won the challenges. I guess those were a big thing too. But in my head, I was like, playing the game is like being able to lie and, get through and whatever, trick people and whatever. So I was like, Jerry got this. And then when you think about like when someone actually watches that show and you
Right.
say, well, you need to have people on your side. It's like, shit, true.
That's
It's not us
that's-
voting.
yeah.
It's them voting. You know what I
That's
mean?
the
So-
that's the two sides of this game. You seeing Jay was good at the second half when you lose the challenges. Will was good at the side when you just straight up win the challenges. So
Right.
and that's what we're seeing with Team Moon. When they win challenges, you don't Movie and those people, they're good. And getting through these couple rounds with the non-merger, that is the most important thing, is just winning the challenges, because
Right.
you see how these other teams are getting decimated. If a Smitty or a White Sox Days make it to a merger, who knows how far they get. But
And that's why Moon likes they're in the best shape, because they just have their
Yeah.
lamb and then their strength. Yeah.
they're good.
Yeah.
One also like to what Frankie was saying about last year's Survivor, and also at the beginning about like the chalk, because we were saying like who we like and who do we think's next out, but as we've seen, like people are overplaying their hands. So who do you think overplays their hand a little too much in the next episode or two? Because like to Frankie's point earlier about like Ria, if Dave truly thinks that there's no idol, and then he asks Ria, did you get it? And she's like, no, I got nothing. Maybe she overplayed a hand. Maybe Dave overplayed a hand where Ria's like, Dave is getting too paranoid, can't trust him anymore. Big Cat with the whole Wit and Will like not telling each other thing, like this and that. Like who's next to that has them a good hand of cards, and then they just overplay it way too much.
I don't think we're going to see that until there's no dead weight left. Honestly, everyone's too afraid to go home early, so I don't think anyone's going to try some fuck shit until there's two small numbers. Honestly,
Yeah.
but the only one who's maybe borderline is if Clemmer tries to get starts to get froggy.
That was one of the one I was going to say was going to
Yeah.
be Clemmer or Megan, because Megan already started it a little bit. You know what I mean? She kind of felt like she was a little comfortable. She's with Big Cat. She's like, well, let me try to get in with Dave a little bit. Why not? And then he was like, what the fuck is that about? So that already was
that's
one.
a good point. Gibby brought up a good point. I bet Francis overthinks and plays his idol. If he doesn't know
I
that
thought he was gonna do it this
strategy,
time.
that vote
I thought he
strategy,
was going to do it for a second.
he sees his name out there. I don't think he's aware of that strategy to vote his name, so he knows that someone on that team remaining on that team is still after him.
Yeah.
I feel like that could be likely. But I mean, he's a Harvard educated guy. I mean, Ivy League's down right now, but it's
Well, it almost goes with Reed's point with overplaying the hand. Clemmer kind of overplayed. I think he kind of overplayed with throwing Francis's name out there.
That's
and
what I was saying.
Maybe Francis overplays his hand now that he sees that his name's out there. Who
Yeah,
knows? There
possible.
might be a little chaos thing there.
I'd be
Great point,
shocked.
Gibby.
We could have not seen it just for a dramatic effect. I would be shocked if Francis didn't know that was coming, and doubly shocked if after they explain it, he's pissed off.
Okay. See,
anyone
I
who
don't watch
watched
Survivor,
Survivor,
but to me that
anyone
was
who
just
watched
sketch.
Survivor, you have to do that.
Yeah.
Even if there's a 2% chance there's an idol, you ruin your whole game just for everyone voting for one person, because then that
Right.
person
So
controls
That makes sense.
because I don't know, there is some people watching this thing still, and I still feel like I don't get it then. So what I was thinking, tell me if I'm wrong though, because what I heard you guys say was the reasoning was because if White Sox Dave were to play the idol,
Right.
then it goes to a revote.
Right.
Wait.
Let
Let me explain it to you. Ready?
Yeah.
Everyone votes. There's 5 people, right? Let's say
There's
all
6.
4
There's
people.
6.
Let's say if everyone votes for White Sox Dave, and White Sox Dave plays his idol, whoever White Sox Dave voted for is immediately gone, because it's technically 1 vote to 0 votes.
Yep.
So to block that, you need to have someone in the majority alliance vote for somebody else just in case he has an idol. If he doesn't
Got
have an
that.
idol, who cares? He has 4 votes. He goes home.
This
If he
next
does, it's a tie because
Mhm.
whoever White Sox Dave voted for and whoever the other person voted for.
But-
Once that
but
tie,
my
once
question
that
is the
tie,
vote.
they all revote and then they vote for
Vote for who though?
whoever- Yeah.
They could vote for
But
anybody.
they can vote for anybody, not the person that played the idol. So like White Sox Dave would sit back. Like if White Sox Dave played the idol,
It
once
just
they played
protects
the
them for
idol,
themselves.
it just protects him. So if it's tied 1-1, like we saw, like there was 1 vote left in the box. Let's say it was White Sox Dave. So it was 1 vote Dave, 1 vote Francis. At that point, since it was a split vote tied, everybody goes and revotes. They just can't write White Sox Dave.
But they can
What
vote
if-
for anybody, not just Francis and Dave, because those were the 2 names written down.
Right.
Correct?
But
No,
they can vote
they're
for
saying,
In their tribe,
no,
in
White
their
Sox
tribe,
Dave.
in their
White
tribe.
Sox Dave because he played the idol is the name
Right.
that you couldn't
But
vote
I'm saying
for.
they can't vote for White Sox Dave, but Francis and Dave Portnoy were the only 2 people that got written down.
Those are
What
the
I
only two
what I
people you could vote for.
Yes, they can
So-
vote for
so-
anybody. They could
No.
swing and vote in all
No,
right.
not
Clemmer.
true, Reed. They can only vote for
thought-
people who got votes.
well, that's my point then, dude. If that's the point, Twan, this is what I'm trying to say. Do you get what I'm saying here?
It'd
You're
be
saying
between
that
Yeah, but
they had to
my
block.
only-
They would
my only
vote off
point is
Francis.
it's just self-preservation. It's not that deep.
No, but I'm
What
saying,
if-
yeah,
what
but,
if Francis
what you're
played his
saying is
idol
that it's
too?
between Dave Portnoy and Francis then, regardless. I don't think
Right.
Francis would be like, yeah, write my name down because God forbid White Sox Dave did have the idol. It's between Francis and Dave Portnoy.
Right,
Were
so
they
Yeah,
ready to vote Dave Portnoy out?
My only point is that I don't think he's going to take it that personally, considering it's like so many steps in the process.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, Twan, but
Okay.
if
He
they
seems like an
do
overthinker
after,
to me.
let's say
Like-
White Sox Dave played the idol, and then they have to do the revote with Francis and Dave. Couldn't Francis then play his idol? Then
That's what I was thinking too. Is
Right.
could he
Or
play
does
it
he have to
after?
play-
so that,
does he have
so
to
that
play
White Sox
before
Dave
that?
plays
When
his
does he
idol,
play?
Because it's a
then
new
it
vote.
shows, and then Francis plays his idol. So then it's only one person that voted for Portnoy, and then he's out.
Right. And Clemmer would have got Dave out. That's what I was trying to. So that's what I'm trying to figure out for myself because there's 3 names, and White Sox Dave and Francis have idols. So if White Sox Dave, in this hypothetical, plays his idol, can Francis be like, "Oh yeah, I have an idol too"? Because that's literally what Francis's plan was. He was
Before
like,
before the revote, because if that's the case,
Right.
then I agree
So
with
Gibby-
Twan.
Gibby-
I agree,
right.
Twan, with
Gibby
you
is
then,
saying
because for
Francis
sure he would
wouldn't
know.
play it.
Because then they, but they wouldn't say, "Hey, play your idol," because they don't know he has the idol.
right.
But then I
Gibby-
could
Gibby
see
is
him
saying-
agreeing though, Twan, with that, then being like, "Yeah, sure, put me in there." Because if it's between him and Dave Portnoy, then he plays the idol. I mean, do they get to play idols on a revote? Again, Twan, we
No,
have to
Gibby,
ask you
Gibby
that.
in the
I
chat
don't know
is
how-
saying that he
what
wouldn't
rules
be
apply.
able to. Gibby in the
Okay,
chat is
wouldn't be
saying
able
that he
to.
would not be able to for a revote at that point. You can only play it before the very first reading.
Right.
So
Got
that
it.
way,
Okay.
I mean,
Which
it's
makes
possible they
sense
let them,
because
but
that
I don't think that if they're playing the real rules.
yeah.
All right. Well, either way, I mean, it's
So
just
you're
it's all
basically saying like he should be pissed that
that Clemmer wrote his name
they're
down.
They're choosing Dave over him. I guess yeah, but I think he knows that. Like I don't think it's that much a surprise.
Well, no, I'm saying that in that vote, you could have had, like, if I'm Francis, I'm thinking like, okay, why couldn't I vote for Clemmer then, and Clemmer vote for White Sox Dave, and it just be Clemmer, or you know what I mean? Why does it have to be me, kind of thing? If he knew, that's what I'm saying. If he didn't know, I feel like that's like almost like, whoa, who the fuck put my name on there? I thought this was a White Sox Dave thing for sure. But
It
again,
was only to help Dave.
right now, it's like I
Right.
get it to save him, whatever. But again, then he's the only one you could vote for, and then you get voted out. That's where I'm just like, what? Like, what the fuck? That's why this game's fucking awesome. This
Yeah,
show is
basically,
great.
yeah. If he was aware, it's them saying like we value Dave over you, which I don't think. I think he knows that, which is not that big of a deal.
Well, what would be sick is if the next episode starts and it's like they're like, hey, like if like they show behind the scenes and they're like, hey, if White Sox Dave does have an idol, like let's just vote out the other Dave. That would
But
be
if
sick
anything,
they had a little
Frankie,
alliance
if
like that
anything,
behind it.
if Francis does get pissed off at that fact, he should be more mad at Clemmer than Dave. Because
Oh, no,
yeah,
I
think
said
Clemmer's
Clemmer.
out,
I
yeah.
think he should be mad at Clemmer.
Yeah, I
That's
think
what I
Clemmer's
said.
done.
right.
I
think
if it was me, I'd be like, Clemmer, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
We voted White Sox Dave. Why would you put my name on there?
Right.
And then
Without
Clemmer,
telling me,
all,
you
and
know
then
what I mean?
all
It could have
Clemmer's
been
gonna be like,
Rio.
yeah, I was choosing to save Dave over you. And then
But
either
at
accept
the
that or
same-
not.
But at the same time,
Could have
now
been Ria though.
like, yeah, I'm now that I like if I'm Francis, I'm like, yo, Clement is out of here ASAP because you're just tossing my name out in any situation. And it's like, yo,
The old bait and switch.
Fair.
But again, if he was told that prior because whatever else, then I guess whatever it is, what it is, because of the voting. Because I get the voting, like the numbers make sense. You have to do it to save your alliance, whatever. But then I'm like, well, fuck. Then one of your alliance still goes if he has the idol. You know what I mean?
It's
like, what the
basically
fuck?
showing someone that they're at the bottom, essentially.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. Right. So
And
that's what I'm
Francis,
saying.
If
Even
Francis
that.
gets pissed that that's him, then yeah,
Right.
I
That's
see what you're
that.
saying.
Okay. So I guess what I was saying all along kind of made, because that's what I was saying was like, it feels like he's the lowest guy in that thing, which I mean, he might think that way because he's fucking crazy, dude. He's like such a smart dude. And like, I think he plays the game well, honestly. And he just thinks like, I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm smart, but I don't know.
Him,
like,
I wouldn't make a big tiff out of it though.
Right.
You know
No,
what
I
I'm
get it. I still wouldn't make a big tiff out of it. I'm just saying the next vote, if they're not going to take out Dave or whatever, or if, it's merged by that point, I'm remembering.
Yeah, I'm
Clemmer put my name down. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So then later on, you say to them, hey, we were supposed to vote White Sox Dave out, and Clemmer put my name down. So
I got justification now.
that's that's the only thing I got.
Yeah,
Clemmer looked like the stick from the challenges, by the way.
Pop it?
Said Clemmer looked like the stick from the challenges.
They were just dropping a bunch of Clemmers. Someone's got to make that edit. That's got to be the edit. You take while they're all holding, they're just holding Clemmer instead of the sticks.
Kick Wigs on that.
I was say
Kick
someone,
Wigs after
someone
that
tell
Joey
Mr.
Sauce, get in the
Brando.
lab, Pop.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Get in the
Your
lab.
boy to us. Just shout out.
Shout
Let's
out.
see who gets it first. FSU Brando or Joe Fart.
Oh, FSU Brando's my guy. Shout out FSU Brando.
I
Uh,
love
I feel like we
dude.
covered everything.
yeah, I'm good. I'm good with that. Frankie, you want to pull up a wheel 1 to 100? If someone gets it, I'll Venmo them.
Oh,
Alright,
shit.
I'll do 20 tonight and I'll Venmo them.
I got Rico to still, of course.
Yeah, I'll take Keeg still.
Give me number 49.
I'm going 25 like always.
Feeling it. 49.
49?
I was breakdown. I said 11 just
I'll
because.
go 26. That's just 10-26.
Yeah, and put a number in the chat if you're watching. And it
Kid
hits the
Fugly
number.
74. It's my football number. Shout out, baby.
Kid Fugly,
Yeah,
good guy.
so-
Rider. Shout out to you.
Kid
10,
Fogs, for
27.
sure.
49 was my
I'll send you
football
20
number.
bucks.
Let's see the screen, bitch.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
trying.
cheating.
I made
Yeah,
it.
no
I made
funny
it,
I'm not
play.
doing it.
I made it.
Oh, you're
full
not tuning it,
screen.
Tans? Who's doing it?
It's me.
No,
I'm
Frankie's
pulling it
not.
up. I wasn't ready for this. I wasn't
Cheating
prepared.
ass.
Share screen.
Speaking of White Sox, Dave and cheating.
My problem is I can't make this full. Oh, here we
Damn,
go. Look
Derik.
at this.
There we go.
Oh, here, I can make it full screen now. Is it full screen on your guys' end? I
Yep.
can't see.
Yeah.
You
shit.
just can't.
Yeah,
see me.
like the stream, subscribe to
I'm
the
just not-
page,
I'm just
show
not
support.
in it.
Yeah, like and
Shout
subscribe.
out
Like
to
and
the
subscribe.
chat,
Like
like
and
the
subscribe. Like and
stream.
subscribe.
Go watch the Danny Conrad interview. Go watch
That's
the
true.
rest.
Yeah, I watched all
Shout
of
out
them.
to you guys, dude.
Jerry,
Fucking
Jerry After
3K
Dark is
plus.
streaming. Immaculate Inning.
Oh,
What are we,
yeah,
we're doing
got
this
some
at 28
big
after?
boy.
All right, spent.
Chat, I
We're not
love
waiting
you.
to 28. We're going.
Just hit
You're
spin.
the
Hit
best.
spin. hit
27.
spin.
All right, 99 pug.
You're the best, chat.
49. Hey, Twan, have you ever gotten this?
No.
Oh,
Hey.
80.
80.
80.
The fuck picks 80?
First person that
Those
comes
are
in is
ridiculous,
mine with the number
man.
80. I didn't see an 80 in there.
I don't see an 80
Nope.
in
Oh,
here.
shit. Someone had it.
No.
Oh shit, Travis Maldonado.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
Dude,
Someone got
John
it.
Anthony Maldonado. I only
I'm not
know
gonna
Big
lie, dude.
Twan,
I
funniest
think back to that.
Travis.
You remember when we did the episode and you were telling us like, oh yeah, I just
Dude.
forged that shit, whatever. I remember. I don't know. Actually, I don't even know if I said it on the episode, but I remember when they said Travis Maldonado. I was like, what kind of fucking Spanish mom picked Travis as the name? That's insane. Like I was thinking, what does this dude's dad look like? He must be Travis too or something.
During
Like,
the original
the
Yak
fuck?
episode?
It's
yeah, when you
Travis
came
with
on,
the accent over
didn't
the
you
I.
have like the mini hat on and shit too? Like it was like, was that the first when you had the mini hat?
I don't
Like
even
was that?
remember.
Dude, I just remember thinking, this guy's Travis. Get the fuck
That
out
was
of here.
I
guzzling
remember,
vodka,
yes.
if you remember.
Yeah, dude.
80 is a
Good
goat ass
shit.
number. Let's shout out Jerry Rice.
Shout
Shout
out.
out these dogs.
Shout out.
Bang, bang, 9 again.
All right. I'm out of here. Viva.
All right. Viva, everybody. Appreciate you guys. Tune in tomorrow. Will be a better one, hopefully.
Tune in
Yeah,
tomorrow.
probably
There
got
might be a
fireworks.
Mama Jones appearance.
yeah. Shout out.
Love
Mama
you guys.
Jones.
Thank you.
Who? Mama
will-
Jones.
I will go in the
Spam
chat.
Mama Jones. Viva. Love you guys.
Viva. Love you guys.